I am the disabled guy with the disabled life. So, this podcast is going to be about some disabled issues, a little bit about my life, but more of current events, sports, and those type of things, and things that are of interest to the disabled community. Like, let's say, let's talk about something. Example: ADA, those type of things like that. Things that affect the community is something that's important to me, and some current events where I will pick a news story that I know it will affect the disabled community, and I will tell you how I feel about it. A lot of this podcast is going to turn into how I feel about what's going on in this world, always from the perspective of a disabled individual and disabled person. Once again, what I call myself is a disabled guy. The podcast name is The Disabled Life. Okay, let's go into this. I'm making some drastic changes to the podcast because I felt that was not getting the traction that I wanted to get. I was getting 2 to 4 listens per episode. I felt, and I feel now that that's not enough. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do is one of the reasons I made this change is I want to bring in some guests, and I was having problems getting guests. I didn't get one guest with the other episode, I guess, and it's not something I wanted to do. I was doing all this hard work and editing and all this for 4 people, and I said no more. So I decided I'm changing it. I hope you like the fact that I'm putting in some more current events, talking about things that bother us in the disabled community, and it's something that I have a passion for the podcast, but the way that it was, it's not. It wasn't appealing to enough people, and it was not appealing to enough people. Getting 2 to 4 listens. That's not what I'm here for. If I'm gonna spend an hour between recording and editing and posting and all those promotion things, I want more of an audience. Honestly, I do want more of an audience because that's what we're here for as content creators. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going to be on this. Sports. I if I can get them some self-help people that work with the disabled. If I can get those type of people, or coaches, or officials, or things like that for disabled sports. I am going to talk about football. I'm going to talk about football starting with the Super Bowl. It's going to be unusual, but here I am, a disabled person talking about sports. But that's okay. That's fine. That's part of life. That is part of life. So, those are my changes. My times will not change. My upload days will not change. And I hope you enjoy this because I thought long and hard about this. And thank you to Mama D from Pedals of Support for helping me out with all these changes. I really value her opinion, and I appreciate her for taking the time to talk me through these changes and how to create these changes. The reason I created this change now is I wasn't gonna wait till November for till Disability Awareness Month. That's when I end my seasons. I was not gonna wait till then. Because that's not something that I need to. It was too long. Because I'm also looking to have guests come record with me. What I mean by come record with me, I mean come record either remotely or in person. Most likely remotely. I have the equipment to do so. So it's I have the equipment to do it either way. Remote will be easier because I don't have to go anywhere. But if I want to go or I need to go to a guest, I will definitely do so. I got a second mic and things of that nature, so I can do remote, I can do in-person recording away from my house here. So just wanted to let you know what changes were happening, why they were happening, and why they were so abrupt. Yeah, that's something very weird, but we do it. We do it when we feel we need to. And I hope you enjoy this new podcast. Thank you for listening, and once again, thank you for listening to my episodes. I am the disabled guy with the disabled life. So let me tell you where you can listen to me. You can listen to me on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, many others, and you can also leave comments, messages there on Apple Podcast and on Spotify and on Good Pods. Those are the places you can leave messages for me. And if I decide to put the link in, you can also leave messages on. If you are a Spotify account holder, you can also leave a message with us on that, and I'll be happy to put those in. Now, also, one thing you can do is follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna be a lot more active on Twitter, and maybe a few other social media spots. With that, thank you for listening. My episodes are gonna come out Saturday and Wednesday, both 10 p.m. Either 10 Eastern or 10 Daylight Savings Time, depending on when the episodes are recorded, the time of year. Once again, thank you for listening.